Hey guys, and this is Karthik from the Corey side, and today in this session we will be seeing about how to create a web page which is being connected to a website, and 2-3 web pages are being linked to each other, which frames the word website. And yeah, without delay, today we'll start a session. And before going to that, for developing we need a text editor, a browser, which are the two necessary things. And let's go without any delay. And yeah, for text editor I will be suggesting you 2 to 3s, which is known as Sublime Text, which you can take it as per your wish. And I'm using my text editor as Sublime Text, and one more as brackets. Yeah, this is another thing which is being used for many platforms, also independent, that is Visual Code. Yeah, you can actually use this, and this is for, this supports all languages including Python, development in Android, yeah, etc. And yes, you can just go and start downloading. I'll just show you how to do it in Sublime Text 3. You can just go here and choose your OS version, that is in built-in functions, and you can actually choose which one is perfect, and you can just choose any one of the following, which is also portable for 32-bit. And don't think that it is only available for 64. No, it is actually available for portable version. One is for Linux OS, yeah. And then we are moving on to a browser. I think everyone will be having a browser, and I do suggest Google Chrome, Mozilla, actually in JavaScript, which is developed before, was only working on my Mozilla, and I will show you what are the things actually is working. This is a basic platform where everything and anything can be launched, and yeah, this is actually a web tutorial. Yeah, in this you are seeing a lot, right? W3 CSS, Bootstrap, and what are these? Yeah, let me explain you in a few minutes. Yes. Okay, let me show you last that the JavaScript supports and which version will support which browser, and I will just show you soon. And let's move on with our Sublime. And after, once you have downloaded the Sublime Text, you can actually text here for Sublime, search for Sublime Text 3. And this is my old project. Let me create my new project. Yeah, just close this, or let's create a new folder rather than that. Okay, let's create a new folder, and let's say it's a demo project. Yeah, that's fine. And let's go to this Sublime Text, and here you will be seeing an option called open folder. Yeah, you can just use this and search for the desktop and the demo project. Yeah, that's done. That's simple, man. Yeah. And what is the use of using a text editor rather than a notepad? You'll be seeing in a few minutes. And let me create a new project, a new file using Ctrl-N. Mac OS can use Command-N. And yeah, we will be saving this page as index.html. Yeah, and you can ask one thing, that why are we using index.html rather than anything.html? And in the field of development, actually the first and initial page will be known as an index page rather than a home page. Yeah. And this is now a HTML file. How can you recognize that is HTML file and what's the use here? And actually when I'm using the anchor tag and h, it actually shows what tag should be there and what are the documentation will be attached to here. And that's simple, man. Rather than using doc.html, head, title, it just gives you a structure and saves your time here. And we'll say that's Cody site. Yeah. And one thing is actually necessary, the page should be responsive. What's actually responsive? Yeah, I will give a short example in it. Yeah, I'm taking this W3 schools and just maximizing here, okay? It is actually responding to the size. And one can ask, if what I'm using a mobile phone for this website, there is a source code. Everything will have a source, right? For any website, you can go and share the inspect, and you actually see some codes here, and these are HTML, and this part is actually the properties and the attributes which has been attached to the HTML file. And you could see here, right, a toggle device toolbar. You can just click here and choose a responsive site, a Moto G. What does iPhone looks? Yeah, the page looks for the iPhone like this. This is actually used for testing purposes. From the beta side and alpha side is a basic testing, and yeah, soon we'll be recognizing about testing and lot. Samsung Galaxy S5 will be looking like this. All this actually responsive with the size of the width and the height. Outline you can give. This is in the form of landscape. Actually, I don't know if it's loading. Yeah, this is a form in a landscape mode for a Samsung Galaxy, and this is for a Moto G5, and I'll make it mid. Yeah, now it's all fine. Everything is actually in our tip, which is actually not known. And yeah, let's start our website. Let's go to Google and say Bootstrap. Bootstrap is a platform where we can simply make a website without actually thinking anything. And Bootstrap, no Bootstrap CDN. Let's go to Bootstrap. And in this Bootstrap, it will be asking you one to get started or download it. Yeah, if we get started, why we have to download this? You can just raise a question here, and this Bootstrap actually works in a place where the internet facility is there. Rather than you are not having an internet, then how can we use that Bootstrap? So that you can just download this, and it will be in a zip format. You can just unzip the folders and you can just get it. And how to get started actually with these basic steps. Let's get started here, and it will be showing some quick start, and these are the separate links for JS, CSS and all. And we just need to start with all the JS and CSS. See, here is a starter template where is actually the same content here, HTML head, title, with the more style sheets of the Bootstrap link here. Yeah, so we can just copy this by clicking here and just say Ctrl A and B, and we can just change your title here as code is side. Yeah, hello and can be there. Okay, and they are putting you a comment line that what is actually this. Without knowing the code, you can't just copy paste there. Okay, you can just copy paste the code when you actually know what is what. Okay, and here they are saying about this is a script code for the Bootstrap. Actually, they are also responsive. And okay, after this, what shall we do? And we need some running source, or we need to see some the output of this following, right? You can just right click this and open in browser. It is, and this is the path of the folder where you are using demo project from the desktop, and it is actually running. Yeah, it is showing that hello world, which is in the format of h1, and we will just say that h6 here. What is actually h is here for the heading, and 126 is there for the size of the heading. You just save this and we'll just run this part. See, actually the size has been reduced from h1 to h6, right? The size of the heading will be reducing as per the number, so 1 will be the top header and 6 will be the last header. Yeah, after this we need to have some like this, right? Just close this. Yeah, I'll just close this, and they are having some title bar here, right? So what are they called as? They are called as nav bars. Okay, so in this components you can just search a nav bar, or you can just say nav bar. Yeah, these are the designs you'll be getting for a nav bar. Yeah, you can have a drop down, you can have a link here. Okay, you can actually color those tops by using, they'll be having 3 primary color. Yeah, dark, primary and light. You can use these 3, or you can also use your own color, that is up to you. And I will be getting which nav bar. Okay, we'll just take this now, first one. Okay, we'll just take this, or one second. Yeah, we'll just take this. Okay, just copy this, and I'm just going to delete, and I'm just going to place. And you can ask what are the classes here. Actually, id will be used for the unique, so that the particular id will be having this property, which will be soon we'll be doing in a CSS part. And this class are actually defined class in a Bootstrap, like nav, nav bar, nav brand. Nav brand is actually for the logo here, and you don't have a logo for a basic, you just develop. And you can delete this disable here, and this one too. You can just copy and paste here, and you can give a home link, home like about us, projects, contact us, and last we'll be having about sign in. Okay, and why we are actually using a current, it should highlight the part by using this span, and we are using this. And one thing, we'll just see the output of the following, right? Okay, we'll just see the output of the following here in 1 second. Let me save it. Yeah, we got it, right? And why we are getting that white here, and we actually using a light theme here instead of that using dark. Yeah, now we'll just save this page. Sorry, we'll just save this page. Just run. What have you seen here? And what is the thing? That logo can be here. All these content should be actually from my right side. We have another class here. Actually they are using more auto m2g. This is one of the class for that, and we will be using ml auto. We just save this. Dude, that's done. And you can actually change the part of the search, and search button also can be changed. That all will be done in CSS part. And what is the form of next to navbar? We can have some carousel. And what does carousel actually mean? Carousel is a part we can use 2 to 3 images. Yeah, you can just search here. I got it, carousel. And these are the slides. First slide, second slide. See, it actually shows you slide to slide. Here there are different types of nav bars. You can have a slide with the content here, slide with the navigation. We will be taking a slide without a text content, and you'll just copy and we'll just paste here or just comment here. This is for carousel content. Yeah, see, the purpose of commenting here is actually we have to know which part is actually codes which part. Okay, and this part denotes the certain content over the web page. For example, I will show you one more trick in the website which is also used for testing purposes, and we'll just go to again here and just I'll give my inspect by using F12. Yeah, I got it right. And this purpose is actually to click, we'll go to the element, and this part is to select the particular element. So these are the HTML codes which actually shows the sections, and these are the class where a class contains numerous properties. And if I want particularly the code for this section or this next button or this button, you can just see the hover on it by using the color, font, background. Everything is a background CSS part. And what if I want for this each and everything shows me the code. I will just click on it. It is actually showing which part of that button is actually codes where, right? And you can just click on it. You can just see the CSS part over here by using the class. Okay, and that's simple. Is we'll just close this and we'll go here. We'll just give it some spaces. We'll just paste it. Yeah, we'll just save this as, we'll just reload here, and you can think actually it's not showing. It is showing, you could see here, but without any image. Okay, now let's go here. You can give a source by giving one. We'll just share the images. I have been taking some images in the, these are some movie site which I have been made, and I'll be showing in a part. I will just copy this demo project. I will just paste here. Yeah, that's done. And these are from JPG format. You have to more be specific with the JPG. Yeah, you can give the content here as 2.jpg. Here we'll be having 3 JPG. Yes, you just try here. See, this is a content and it will actually show a carousel here, and you can see the nav bar here, right? Navigation bars. It's not a nav bar, it's a navigation, and you can just click over it. It actually flips here. And why is there actually 2 images? We'll just check out in the code. Okay, and we'll just say it's a 4. Just save this, and yeah, it's that simple, man. We did the front page with a small content. We can also use some movie websites, and I will show my website, basic website which I have made in my first project, and that's done. What's next? Next we can actually have the testimonial sites, and you can just give about yeah, you can start a div tag, and div tag by defining a class known as container, which is also defined a class in Bootstrap. And here we'll be using the h1 tag. We will use a h2 tag, okay? By saying yes, and just save this. This is run here. Okay, we are seeing a testimonial text here, right? And we can actually design with numerous properties. Just go to the page here, and you can give a break between this by saying a break tag, okay? And these are known as single line tags, where they don't have any closing tags. You can see some spaces between here, right? Some spaces between the carousel and the text part here, and there are CSS is actually of 3 types. It will be taking the next part. In this part we will just use the tags, and before that we'll be use another tag called center tag, and you can just close here. It's done. Actually it's done. And what's the next part? Next part is actually to have the feedback from the customers, and we'll go to Bootstrap and we'll search for cards. Yeah, the cards are ready. Okay, and in this card you can actually have 3 cards known as a group cards, so that you can just scroll it down. You can also have a colored cards by using those classes. Yeah, we are having the tags, but without gap they are, right? You can actually make the gap by searching here, and we just copy this, and here we just paste it. Okay, just paste here, and we'll give some images here. Searching here by saying 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's use it and go see. Go to desktop here, demo project. It is actually by using H2, H3, H4 and H5, and they are in a format of, you just check it out by using the properties. Yeah, it's JPG. So H3, H4 and H5. We'll just use the source card images here, and we'll just change this. H3 .jpg, h4.jpg, and h5.jpg. Yeah, that is done. I'll just go to the page. I can just reload it. It is done. See how easy the Bootstrap is for us, and you can actually add the button if you want to contact them, and even that is here. Yeah, you can actually do a button here with the success. Yeah, see this success, secondary, primary, don't think that they are the texture, they are the class for this button here. And you can see a primary which shows you blue color, secondary success is actually a winning symbol, so it shows green, danger red, warning, blah blah blah. So you can just follow the Bootstrap and never forget to check out this W3 schools here. See, you can also use this success key here, and how to take this code. These many codes are there, just pick a button that what you want. So I will take a button known as success, so just copy this, and if you want to paste it next to all the three in between, so you can use a button with the center. But if you want to take a button for each of them, you can actually do one thing next to this. You can just take a break here, another break here, and you can just give an enter, and you can just paste it, and you can say I want to give a like for this, okay, and I'll just copy this, Now let's see how does it look actually, okay. See, if I want to give a like, I can just click on it, man. If you want to give an action for this button, you can actually do it by giving a anchor tag, and don't think that this is of one side and this is which is not actually aligned. You can do align with the CSS part, and this CSS part will be soon in the next video. And do check out the Bootstrap link and the W3 schools without any delay. And here is a platform to learn about all the web content, which is of CSS, JavaScript, SQL, Python. This is lot and lot. And one more thing, Ajax. Ajax is a very good JS which has been used in a lot and lot of JavaScripts, and CSS we'll start in little by little by using many properties, and we will be covering all the concepts. Stay tuned in the channel. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, and don't forget to just click on the bell button and Thank you.